Thank you all for joining me for another segment of the Tneali radio show. I'm your host, Torrence Goodwin. Tonight's special guest is STRICKNINE Curarere. STRICKNINE, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, Tneali?
Doing well. Good to see you. Thank you
good
for
to see you
inviting me
also,
into
man.
your home. It is very lovely and cozy.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
How you
Welcome.
doing? How you doing?
Hey, I'm blessed, man. Every day I wake up and see a new day, because I understand the meaning of waking up to see a new day now, you know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah.
Being blessed is the key, right?
Yeah, being blessed is the key.
All right, so let me ask you a question. STRICKNINE Curarere. Can you tell me the meaning behind the name STRICKNINE Curarere?
Well, my name used to be Strychnine, considered as poison, and I got the understanding of what strychnine was created out of, curare, a plant that was created, but when man grabs hold of it, they created a substance called strychnine. So, I kind of use that as the symbolization of the flesh and the spirit, You know what I mean?
The flesh and the spirit.
Flesh and the spirit, man.
When you talk about the flesh and the spirit, I think about God and Jesus. But as we all know, Christians, God and Jesus are one. When you talk about God, God is the spirit, Jesus is the flesh. Now let's break that down. Strychnine, what does that mean to you?
Hey, man, that means a lot to me, man, because, if it wasn't for Jesus, man, shoot, we would never have an opportunity, man, to have life.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, I got a terminology, man. You got to die to live. And a lot of people like die to live. Like, when you die, you dead, you gone. I mean, die to your old self. You know what I'm saying? Die to this flesh that caused you to do a lot of crazy things, man, that we do as human beings. You know what I mean? But you gotta be on a level to actually understand that meaning,
Would you say that Strychnine, your name, is a rebirth? Because was you not known as, what was that name? Quarter and a half or?
Quarter and a half, yeah, that's the group I was in, back in '96, man. Quarter and a half, we came out on Ichiban, man, and that was like my first album release, man. You know what I mean? And it's what I'm doing now is more new life music, and it's really more meaning to me now, the music that I'm doing, than the music that I was doing back then, because I was actually doing music to do music. Now I'm doing it with a purpose, you know what I mean? And my purpose is to reach individuals, man, that used to be or are like I used to be at this time, man, in the streets, man, because that's where I came from. A lot of people, man, when just being real with you, black people, when we get money or when we come up and, God bless us, we forget about how we used to be, and we forget about the people who we used to be with, instead of reaching a hand back, to be able to say, hey, come on, let me, let you experience some of this goodness that God had given me. They want to be selfish and they want to be greedy and move on with their lives and forget about people and start being judgmental towards the individuals that used to, that's like that how they used to be. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now let's go back a little. You've been in the game for over 20 years now.
Yeah, man.
That's a long time for an artist.
It's a long time, man. It's so crazy, man, because I got a lot of, my brothers, man. I got 3 brothers, man. They're musically inclined. They've been musically inclined, since school, and I used to sit back and listen to them, with their performances in the band and stuff like that, man. And I was very inspired, by, music, man. I always loved music, but it's to the point where that now I use music for a positive tool versus a negative tool. People have a choice on, how they want to do their music, and promote music, that's on them, because it's all about an individual choice. So, however you choose to live your life, you choose to live your life, but STRICKNINE Curarere has to live my life, and the way that I live my life is according to God and His Word. Can you dig it?
Let's talk about your life for a minute. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Can you tell the audience just a few minutes? Let's talk about a testimony of your life. You and I, we have talked a lot, And your testimony is just is powerful. It reminds me actually of the Apostle Paul, who was known as Saul in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute. You know, just
Well, you know how Paul was, man. Paul was a straight fool, man. He was a gangster, man. You know, God saved him, man, on the way going to kill some more Christians and everything, right? You know, he stopped him in his tracks and everything, you know, and converted him to give him an understanding of their ways. I'm sort of like Apostle Paul, because, you know, I almost OD'd back in the day, man. And, you know, I was on the way to go get my next powder sack, but I never made it because I almost OD'd on my mom's porch, you know, and everything, man. It was a real crazy experience because, you know, I never experienced anything like that. And that's why people try to turn around and say hell ain't real. I'm here to tell you hell is real, because I seen hell fire on that porch that night when I almost died, you know.
wow.
Yeah.
That is very powerful, people. I mean, you're talking about Strychnine. Strychnine was in the Word, quarter and a half. It was living out in the world.
There you go. Yeah.
So let's talk about your music. Are you gospel, or where do you blend in?
My music is considered to be new life music, but I can't take gospel out of it because the word gospel symbolizes the truth. You know, and the truth is God. The truth is Christ. So I can never take the word gospel out of it. But I'm not like your average rappers that's throwing Bible verses out at you. You know, I'm basically coming to individuals based on my life story, man.
Okay.
Things I don't been through, things I don't seen, to let people who in them streets, man, you know, people in the streets, people in the prisons, man, people who going through hard times, people who suffering, don't understand the reason why they living, don't understand their purpose in life and everything. That used to be me. So I'm ministering to those people like that. You know, I come for the lost. I don't come for the saved, because the saved supposed to already know the way. So I'm coming back to my hood, to my community, to my thugs, to my homies, and say, hey man, let me tell you something. It's a different side to this right here, a better side to this right here. This what you need to do, man, to try to get this good side. But people always want to be judgmental and try to judge somebody just because they're on the street corner. But let me tell you something, man. There's people in church, man, that go to church Sunday and Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
But guess what, though? It's a cat right now on that street corner selling dope, right? God got more respect for him, because you know why? He ain't playing with it. You see what I'm saying? It's people in church that's supposed to know God, but they playing with it.
And let me stop you right there now. Even those that are out in the street, they know that word too.
They know that word too.
Even the devil, you know, he knows the word.
You can't judge a book by its cover just because the individual in the streets. That don't mean, because God love us all.
That's right.
So you know, if you in the world or you ain't in the world, God don't love you no more than he loves the next person. So people have to understand that, man. You got to stop putting judgment on people because of who they are and the situations and circumstances that surround their life, man.
Yeah, okay, Strychnine. Yeah. So that we don't confuse everybody, okay?
Go ahead.
We don't want anybody getting offended.
Don't want anybody getting offended.
Okay, now.
But I really don't care if you get offended, because as long as it's the truth.
Come on, Strick. Come on now.
I'm just saying, as long as it's the truth now, you know what I'm saying? Not based on, you know, a lie or being arrogant, but if it's based on the truth, I don't care about you getting offended. You can get offended all you want to.
Strychnine. Come on, brother. Come on now.
They're being real, man. They're being real.
Now, are you willing to work with artists like Mary, Lecrae, the Whining Brothers, you know, sisters, whoever? Are you willing to work with those artists as well?
I'm willing to work with them artists because one thing about it, man, you know what I'm saying, we all brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm willing to work with them, you know what I mean? And in any shape, form, or fashion, you know, because we are representing the same thing, and we're trying to get a message out to people. You know, my life may not be like Lecrae life. You know, Lecrae might not have been in a lot of situations like I don't been in the streets and stuff like that, but that don't make me no better than him. You know what I mean? Because God has his own path for each individual to walk down, and the calling that he has on their life, he got different callings. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, he may be able to reach people that I can't reach because I may not understand, you know, for instance, okay, somebody who never been in the streets might not be able to comprehend the things that I'm saying because, you know, they're not from the streets. You know, me, myself, when I was from the streets, well, you know, I will always be from the streets, you know what I mean? I'm not of the streets, but I'm from the streets.
Stricknine, now we want our audience to understand here that everyone has a purpose. Okay?
Everyone has a purpose. So
this is nothing personal against anybody.
No.
This man just said here that he's willing to work with anybody.
Anybody, that's real. That's real.
Anybody, okay?
But you got to be real, though.
That's right.
You know, I don't play that, you know what I'm saying? Just like my mom used to say back in the day, fence straddler, you know what I'm saying? Either you're going to be on God's side or you're going to be on the devil's side, you know what I'm saying? If you choose to be on the devil's side, I respect you more than trying to be a chameleon, you know what I'm saying? Trying to play both sides, you know what I'm saying? If I know you're a straight gangster and that's what you say, I'm a straight gangster, I can respect you more than trying to act like you're a man of God, like some people do, you know, touching on little bars and everything, but then they get in the congregation.
Come on now,
you know, I'm just saying, you know, they be touching on little bars and taking their shirt off and everything, flexing their muscles and everything, and then they, you know, they sleeping with men and stuff like that, and little bars and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
But you know what? Our job is not to condemn them.
Yeah, you're right.
But we still got to pray for them.
Yeah, you got to pray for them.
And so on. We all have a responsibility.
Y'all all have a responsibility. You're right.
Stricknine, I'm going to change the subject up just a little.
Okay.
Let's talk about your music. It's not just gospel.
Yeah.
You got a song, I can't think of the name of it, but it's close to LL Cool J's song called Hey Love. Now, the ladies, you all will love it. Tell us about that song, brother.
Man, Hey Love, man, is the inspiration that God gave me through the Spirit, you know. Really be honest with you, man, I really think that it was, well, I don't think, I know that it was a prophecy that was given to me about a young lady, man, that I love dearly, you know, way before, you know, I even knew her. And it's something else because every time I hear this song, you know, I think about, man, before I even knew the meanings of the words of the song, you know, it's actually like deja vu to me, you know, and it started out as a song. Now it's more reality now, you know, that's set, and you know, it's a loving song, and it's a blessing song to couples, you know, married couples, to, you know, love the individual that God has placed in your life, you know. Don't take it for granted, you know. When God brings somebody into your life, that means that he's trusting you with that person.
Amen. Now, Stricknine, let me ask you. Now, when the ladies hear this song, they're going to be melting like crazy, and the guys are going to be jealous. They're going to be knocking on your door.
Oh,
let me ask you real quickly now.
Yeah.
When you wrote that song, was you thinking about a special lady? Is there a special lady in your life?
It is a special lady in my life. Yes, it is.
He's off the market.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
off the
I'm
market.
off the market. Yeah, I'm off the market. Yep, I'm off the market. I ain't fresh on the market. I'm off the market. Because that's one thing about me that, you know, I had to determine, you know, I had to make a decision in my life. That's just being real. Okay, either I'm going to be on God's side or the devil's side. That's real. And you know, that's what you have to do. You got to choose which side you're going to be on. So when I made a decision on which side I was going to be on, when I made that decision, I knew that everything that came with that decision, I was willing to go along with it.
Amen. Amen. But thank God that you chose to be on God's side, because there's nothing like being on his side.
Amen to that.
So, Stricknine, one last thing I want to ask you, and I appreciate your time, your patience, allowing me into your home.
All right, man.
This brother is real, guys. Let me ask you one last question. What are you working on these days? I hear that you got a new album coming out. Are you doing any tours? You know, let's talk about that just for a couple of minutes.
I got a new album coming out. I can't reveal the name right now, but
come on, Strick.
I got a new album coming out, and I can't reveal the name right now.
When is it coming out?
It's coming out. We're gonna shoot for September, man. We're gonna have it. We're gonna have it together. But at the time, man, I'm working on doing more shows. You know, that's in progress that I will be doing. Sweet Auburn Festival, October. I will be there representing. So, you know, y'all get an opportunity October the 3rd, 4th, you know, y'all come check me out. But I have more details. Any details that you need to know that's on STRICKNINE CURARE.com, you know, for future references. And that's www.stricknine, STRICKNINECURARE.com. You know, check into that and it'll be able to let you know everything. You'll be able to hear my music and whatever you need to know on me, my bio, everything is there.
All right, sounds good. Now, Strychnine, I just got to say this.
Yeah.
Every radio personality, every host always says, "Can I be in your video?" I want a little exposure too.
You can be in my video.
I can be in your video?
Yeah, you can be in
my
my video, man.
My man.
Yeah,
my man.
You gonna be in my video.
Hey, you all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Tneali Radio Show. Strychnine, you are a blessing.
All right, man.
I'm
You're a blessing
honored
too,
to
man.
be in your presence. Thank you. This man is going to do some amazing things. Stay tuned because he's coming for you.
I'm going to keep it 100. You believe that. Always going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Always. And I love everybody, regardless of who you are and what you are. I love you because loving is God.
Also, to my audience, the Tneali Radio Show is coming in September, so stay tuned. Also got a website that's coming. And I just want to say thank you to all that has gone on my GoFundMe page. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful night, and God bless.
Red?
Mm-hmm.